What's up, carnivores? Zach here with American Smoke, and today we're handling a problem with the pit balls. Holy crap. I made a video, a 1-year review, and in that video I messed up and said that one of the biggest benefits was that it was still working. And I did not knock on wood. Since I did knock on wood, I started noticing some problems. And to be honest with you, if you've watched my videos over the past, I don't know, like 4 months, there have been several cooks where I have said, I don't know why this took so long. I had to adjust the temperature a little higher. I had to do this, I had to do that. Y'all let me know if it's ever taken this long. Blah, 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 blah. And so I think what's going on is that I have got a problem with my thermostat. The first step I took was to contact Pit Boss customer service. You know what they said? They said, Zach, maybe you're right. We're gonna send a thermostat out to you ASAP because you're covered under Pit Boss's outstanding 5-year warranty. A few days later, I got this package in the mail. Hasn't been opened yet. And they also sent me an email, these little images, step by step on how to do it. So today, I'm gonna be showing y'all how to replace the thermostat on your Pit Boss. Let's go ahead and get into that now. It's pretty easy. Step number 1, we gotta remove the hopper screen. That's pretty easy. You've got 6 screws back here on the back. You just take those off. Once you've got that off of there, you set that aside, along with your screws. Don't lose those, they're important. Step number 2, remove the access panel and control board cover plates. So what that's talking about here is these screws. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take those off now. I think there's 9 screws in total, I believe that's what I counted. Step number 3 is we're gonna locate the temperature probe connector inside the hopper and disconnect. So what that means is we gotta come back here and we're gonna be removing this box, just like this. Sort of lay that in there like that. This is gonna be the connector. You've got an insulated wire here that comes into this box. You can tell it's wrapped in heat resistant coating. We're just gonna disconnect that. After you've got that disconnected, you're gonna need to, I guess, wedge it up a little bit. There we go. Now we're cooking. Then all we have to do is come in around here. You can see in this little hole, you've got the insulated heat resistant wiring going into our thermostat. Feed this wire right through there like that. Maybe, just maybe we can get it to go through there. May need to have a pair of pliers. Make sure you don't make the same mistakes I made. Need to be decently gentle. It's always good to have a pair of sunglasses around. So like I said, you want to be a little more gentle than I was with this because I broke my lead. Of course, it doesn't matter. This is the faulty temperature probe that we're replacing. But you could always, if you wanted to, just get those wires back into there and close that back up. But we're not worried about that today. So once you've got that disconnected, the next step is to disconnect the small little nuts that hold in your thermostat. So what you want to get is a 7mm or a 9/32 socket. And just reach in there and remove those. Don't let it fall down in there. You either want to be very careful or have something magnetic that'll grab a hold of that. Make sure you keep up with all your parts. Once you've got those 2 out, this should just pull right out with a little bit of wiggling maybe. There is a seal there, so the seal is going to have it locked into place slightly. Like I said though, just a little bit of wiggle. I don't know if we're gonna have to reuse this seal or not. I haven't even opened up my package, but there is our thermostat. That is our old one. We're gonna see what the new one's like, hopefully. It's all shiny. Before you connect it, you want to insert the wire. Ooh, that new thermostat smell. You wanna make sure that you unplug your unit before you start working with these electrical components. Do not attempt to do this with it plugged up. That's just stupid. Unplug your unit. All right, so now that we've got our new thermostat, it does come with a new rubber gasket, so I don't have to worry about saving that gasket. And like they said in the instructions, you want to feed this through the hole. They don't give this thing any extra room. Once you get that to go through there, through some sort of black magic, once you've got that through there like that, feed in a little extra, as much extra as you need. And then all we got to do is reconnect. So this is going to reconnect it to the control board, just like that. All right, so the next step that we're going to take is going to be to insert the new temperature probe into the old temperature probe spot. Give yourself just a little bit of slack, and then we are going to be using the screws that were there before, which for me just now I realized that they pop through and popped into my smoke chamber, so I had to go in there and fish them out. Just a word of caution, whenever you pull this out from the old screws, that is not, they're not held in place. Those are not like fixed bolts to screw from the inside of the chamber, so when you pull out the old thermostat, there's a good chance that these screws are just going to fall over into the chamber, which what just happened to me. That's the reason I'm sort of covered in, you know, the stuff from inside the chamber. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to get that back on now. I'm sitting here noticing something, guys. This is my old thermostat. Lead goes in, thermostat there, but the rubber gasket is on the inside here, which is where it seems like it should be. But on the new one, I think there might have been a snafu down at the factory or something. The rubber gasket's on the inside, so there's no rubber between my, it's just metal on metal right there. So that doesn't make any sense. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna improvise like I always talk about on the channel. We're gonna take our old gasket and we're gonna just place it right there. That way I've got double gasket. The only way for me to take this one off and reuse it is to go in there and disconnect everything, pull it back through, blah, blah, blah. Ain't nobody got time for that. If you've got a friend or somebody that can help you hold all this stuff in place, that will be a big plus. This simple task is a little bit more of a challenge than what I expected it to be. Once again, I'm gonna try to be very careful with this tiny little nut. Y'all gonna hear some special words if this thing falls. That's what we say at our house. We got kids, so sometimes you have to watch out for special words. All we gotta do is put our other screw, our other nut, and our new thermostat will be installed. I recommend taking out the rack that's in front of the thermostat. This is based on my extensive experience with this process. All right, so we got that one through. I feel like I'm disarming a bomb. Did he say the blue wire or the red wire? I don't know. Is it the blue wire or the red wire? Yeah, somebody definitely dropped the ball putting that rubber gasket on that side, because that doesn't do any good. That doesn't serve any purpose at all. So the new thermostat is now installed. Just want to sort of lay that wire in there and make sure it's not going to be crimped or anything. Next steps is to put the cover back on. So we're just going to go ahead and fill this hole right here. Get that tightened up. Lots of that's what she said moments in this video. That's what she said in the comments. If y'all haven't already, go ahead and smash that like button for me. I'm out here working in some terrible summer heat to get this done, and I decided to go ahead and use it to teach you guys something in case you ever need to do this yourself. It's really not that bad. I think the hardest part of this whole process is going to be getting this box back on and everything covered up, because this thing is, you know, the exact width. So you're going to have some tension right there. Uh-oh. All right, so what has happened, I've made a little bit of a mistake here. What I've done is I have just came in here from the lead and I have just went ahead and connected it. But what I needed to do was to run it through this little port on the side of the box. So I just need to disconnect this. You want to be gentle with this, I can tell you. So I've got that run through the hole in the side of this panel. Now we're just going to reconnect that just like that. So that's reconnected. We just sort of rotate that around. You want to make sure that you don't have any excess wire in the way. I'm going to do my best to pull the excess back into the box before I close this thing up. All right, so everything seems to be sealed up right there. Now we're just going to go ahead and come back around here and put the screws back on. So you just want to get one lined up. If you've never operated a screwdriver before, lefty loosey, righty tighty. I don't think there's a lot of people out there that's never operated a screwdriver before, but hey, never assume. I've got this one going on a little sideways. This is one of those moments as a man where you just decide there's no turning back. We're gonna just do 3 times more work. Force this screw, cross threads and all. Do what it's supposed to do, and we're gonna win. We're gonna win. I'm gonna win. Got that one in there. And that's pretty much it, folks. Last thing to do is just, you know, to put your guard on, if you even want to put that back on. A lot of people take that thing off anyway, just because I don't even know what purpose it serves. Maybe you're trying to keep maybe a possum out of your pellet hopper, because I mean, it's not a screen for pellets. Maybe you want to keep a child from reaching in and like stealing some of your pellets, and I don't know what with them. A really tall child that can reach way down in there. I don't know what the purpose of this is. Maybe you don't drop your bottle of barbecue sauce down there in your pellets. That would be bad. That'd be a tough smell, the barbecue seasoned pellets burning in there. They might not be bad though, I don't know. But we're probably just gonna leave this off. I don't really see no point in it. Last step in the process is to turn the smoker back on, make sure we didn't screw anything up. The moment of truth. Oh mama. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. We just turned this thing on. That tells you how hot it is outside. 103. 103. Look, 103 in the shade. Y'all give me a like, okay? Y'all subscribe to my channel, okay? Y'all smash the notification bell because you need to know when I'm putting this content out. I'm telling you, you need to know. We're done. That took me about 10 minutes. Probably could have got it done a little faster if I would have watched a video like this beforehand. So I hope y'all enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below if you've had to replace your thermostat or if you've had to replace other elements. Super happy with Pit Boss and the customer service. I needed this thing. I called for it. They said no problem, Zach. They don't even know what American Smoky is. I'm just Zach, the guy that owns whatever the serial number on this is. If you just got yours, make sure you register it with Pit Boss. That way they've got a record of that. That's big. Thank y'all so much for watching this video, and I'll see y'all in the next video.